What's up, guys? Drifty here from Driftwood Gaming. We're going to do a RPG Maker MV video. This is going to be Let's Make a Boss. So this is going to be just like the Let's Make a Monster, except we're going to have more abilities, more action patterns for our creature. And instead of a sprite, we're going to, instead of using like a set one image, we're going to use like an SV actors. So this is an Akashics battler. So that's what I've done so far is I've set up the battler and the note tags I'm going to use to make it be the level I want it to be, and sort of picked the size and everything I want it to be. It's probably a little too big. We'll go 115%. And I set up the parameters real quick just to match my game, but for your game, it'll be completely different. You know, it depends on what point of the game they're going to be, you're going to be fighting them. Also, it's going to be heavily dependent on if you're using the enemy levels plugin or not. So the parameters will probably be different for your game, but if you want to copy exact, there you go. Probably going to set this to 700 experience, 350 gold, and we'll make some items for him. But let's take a look at that the sprite we're actually going to be using. So this is going to be the enemy we're going to be creating. This is going to be like a boss enemy that's inside of the area we've been designing it for. So yeah, let's think of what kind of abilities this creature would use. Probably like slicing abilities and slashing attacks, maybe piercing attacks, probably like some darkness attacks, maybe like drain life or something. So let's go ahead and get to it. So this is going to be a boss. Let's start with the traits here. He's going to have the attack element of physical, but we're also going to go over to other and give him a boss collapse effect. So we'll do that. We're going to, let's see, anything special we want to give it. Let's give him, he's got 2 weapons, so let's give him an extra attack. So all of his attacks are going to have attack times +1. Anything different? Attack state, let's maybe take a look at some of the states we have. Do one as attack to add blind? No. I was thinking about making a zombie effect, but I don't know if I want to do that because it can get kind of a hassle. Confusion, fascination, blind maybe. Maybe hit blind. Probably not poison. Maybe we'll make a new state and have him attack. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make a new state so that he has a chance to inflict that like 5% chance when he hits you. So what kind of state should we make for this? Let's go ahead and apply. Let's jump over to states. Let's go up to free slot, and let's think of a state that this boss would inflict. So probably like a bleeding damage over time effect. Let's see. A bleeding damage of overtime effect, but a special version. So we'll call it like maybe darkness, dark bleed. We'll go with dark bleed. Okay, so let's see, an icon for dark bleed. Let's go with something that doesn't take too long. Let's go with that. So we'll say dark bleed. So what we're gonna do here is use something I learned from Yanfly. And his damage over time effect. So let's go ahead and look at our bleeding. We're going to do a custom apply effect, and we're going to make a new one. So target._dark bleeding. And we're going to make it with this formula that I've got right here. And we're going to set the element rate instead of physical. We're going to set the element rate to be the element number for dark. So let's just go ahead and copy this. And then we'll do the remove effect and the regenerate effect and that. So we'll copy this. And let's go up to dark bleed. Paste that there. And we're going to say dark bleeding. And this is going to have the element number for darkness. So let's jump over to our types. Dark is 9. So in their states, we're going to change this one to a 9. Niner. That's basically going to take the damage. But instead of magic attack, we're going to use our attack. So the origin's attack times the element rate of 9. So it's going to multiply by the element rate, so whatever our resistance is to dark is going to determine how much damage this actually does. So if we're wearing like a holy shield that resists 50% damage from dark, then it'll cut the damage from this damage over time in half. So we need to also update all of this to match dark bleeding. And then target.dark bleeding equal to dark bleeding. Or element rate of 9 and we'll set the animation. So let's look at our animations and find a good effect for Dark Bleed, or we can make one super fast. Let's see if we can make a super fast one. I don't know, that might be too many frames. Too many frames, too many frames. I don't know, what if we change that up? That's not too many there. Okay, so we'll take this one. Made it a while ago, and we'll paste that down here. Boom, and we'll call this Dark Bleed effect. Let's change the sound effect. Well, it's going to be Dark Bleed, so maybe we'll just go to... Yeah. That sounds okay. And we'll make this like that. And then... Yeah, we'll go with that. And that should do it. Let's change our images to... We'll start it with the darkness one and see what that looks like. Let's try darkness 2. That might be okay. Let's change the wind to... Maybe we'll use 2 different darkness ones. That's pretty simple. Very simple. But I don't like this first one. Let's change this. Yeah, that'll work. We'll go ahead and use that right there. So we're looking at animation 514. Let's go back to our states. And start animation 514, I think it was. My memory. 514, yep. And we'll go ahead and target.dark bleeding. We're taking away the parameter, the number we set in that variable right there. Target.dark bleeding. And we'll start our damage pop-up, and if he's dead, we'll perform the collapse, and we'll clear the damage. Okay, so that looks fine. That's going to be our custom damage over time effect that does dark damage. So it's doing damage, but what else do we want it to do? Do we want to have this do something else? The bleeding effect, all of these other effects do something, like reduce the, or increase the damage you take from that element. So let's do something similar. Let's go with element rate. Check dark and say if you're under the effects of dark bleeding, you're going to take 20% more dark damage. Anything else we wanted to do? Dark bleeding could maybe reduce your accuracy. I think that would make sense. Let's go to extra parameter, and we'll say minus 10%. Minus 15%. So we're going to reduce our accuracy if we're under the effects of dark bleed. So dark bleed increases the damage you take from dark damage. It's going to deal dark damage every turn, and it's going to reduce your accuracy by 15%. So that's going to work. We're going to remove it at the end of battle, and we're going to set it to 5 turns on turn end. Should we give it an overlay? Blind is sort of like a blind, but maybe we'll just do a state animation. Let's just do a state animation. No, because we're going to be getting that animation every turn. So we don't need a state animation or an overlay, because every time we take damage, we're going to show that animation. So we don't need a state animation for that. So that's good. We'll leave it just like that. It doesn't need to be any more complex than that. So let's go back to our enemy. And let's say attack state. And we'll say dark bleed, 5% chance. So 5% of the time when he hits you, it's going to inflict dark bleed. Alright, so let's give him some abilities. Now, I've created a lot of abilities already for enemies, so some of them, since he's going to have quite a few abilities, some of them can be reused. Critical is a very powerful ability, so we're going to set that to a rating of 3. He'll do that every now and then. Let's copy, paste that, and change, let's see, do we want him to have any of these other ones? Bite? No, he's not going to really bite you. He's got swords. It's like a fallen skeleton that's guarding something. Let's say leeching leaf. Nope. That's more for like a plant. Chomp claw, concussion pummel, maim. He should maim, so we'll say 4. He's gonna maim. We'll copy paste that, and when slice, sleed, gouge. He could gouge or whirl. Assault. It seems like he would do assault, so we'll do assault. Copy this, paste this, edit this. Wallop, haunt, drill, sweep. Okay, so we're going to give him 645. We haven't designed it yet, but this is going to be his main attack. So let's design skill 645. Scroll on down, 645. And boom. So let's give him his main attack. Let's give it a picture for it. It's going to be like a regular attack. You know, let's see. We'll just give him that first thing. We might change it later. And we're going to call this Ancient Blade. And it's just going to be a... Well, he's got two swords. Oh, he's got two swords, right? But he's got an attack times +1. I wonder if that's going to affect his skills. I don't know. We'll have to test it out. If not, we'll set this to repeat. So we'll see how that works. We're going to say HP damage. It's going to be dark damage. So if he inflicts dark bleed, this is going to do 20% more damage too. But we also want to make it physical, slashing, and piercing. So we're actually going to set this to physical. And we'll say 19, 18, 17, 16. Okay, 15, 14. As a multiple elements, plural, right? We'll say 1 is physical. 14 and 15. Okay. So dark, physical, slashing, and piercing. So it's got 4 elements in here. It can critical, regular variance. It's going to be... This is his regular attack, so it's not going to be super strong. It's actually going to generate TP. So A.ATK arc ATK times 2, because it's gonna do a lot of damage actually. So we're gonna say 100 plus that, and yeah, that should be fine. Certain hit, nope. Physical attack, we'll say uses. It's gonna be an enemy skill. Scope of 1 enemy, it's going to gain 10 TP. And if he attacks twice with it, it's actually going to gain 20 TP. So that's another thing to consider. Maybe we should set that to 5. Because we want it to hit twice, whether we have to do the repeats here or if the other attack times will affect this skill. Not sure. We'll have to test it. Ancient Blade is... I also kind of wonder if the attack rate will affect the skills like that too, or if it's only on attack. Because we're giving all of them, we're not actually using the basic attack, so we might have to do attack state right here. So, state, add state, dark bleed 5%. I know how we could test this. Let's test this real quick. Let's go to enemies. And we're going to give him Ancient Blade, but we're going to set this rating to 7. You know what that does? It means none of these other abilities are ever going to trigger. So it's just going to do Ancient Blade. And what we want to do is see if he attacks twice with it, and also see if he does Dark Bleed. But so we don't have to get hit 20 times. We're going to say 100%. So the first time he hits us, it should inflict Dark Bleed with it. If it doesn't, we'll take this off and put it on the skill. So let's just test it out real quick. He's going to be level 35, but I'm just designed to be fighting with a party of 6. We're going to be level 50 with 1 person, so it's not going to be supposed to be where we're not going to win this fight, actually. But we're just going to test something. Ancient Blade, do we get Dark Bleed? No, and he only hits once. Okay, so since we're not using the basic attack, we're going to have to do some changes. Easy way to test that. That was good. So we're going to take the attack times off here, because it's not going to affect any of his skills. We're also going to get rid of the attack state right here. It's not going to affect any of his skills. But what we're going to do is go to the skills themselves, and we're going to say state, add state, dark bleed 5%. Well, actually, let's do 100% and test it. Well, actually, I know it's going to work. 5%, and we're going to go repeat 2. So let's just set this to 50%. That way, after 1 hit, it should 2 chances, a 50% chance. Now, that's not a guarantee, but most likely it's going to work. Crazy trance music. Right? And now Ancient Blade, blam blam, right? 2 hits. Right, and it inflicted Dark Bleed once. Okay, cool. So that worked out fine. But now we need to give it an animation, actually. I kind of want to give action sequences to his regular attack. So let's see. Should we just give it the basic where he comes across the screen and attacks? I think we're going to do that. So we're going to give it the basic move across the screen attack animation. And let's go back to where that was. Wherever it was. There it is. And boom, we'll put that there. But see, now that we've got a repeat here, it's not going to actually use that repeat. what we need to do is design it. Since we're using an action sequence, it's going to overwrite this. So we need to actually go attack, animation, target, and wait for animation. Wait, where am I? Oh, there we go. Wait for animation, and then another action effect. Because every time we type action effect, it's going to go blam and hit damage. So, and also trigger any states that could happen. So let's get an animation for it. Should it be the same animation? It could be, but no. Let's give it like a slice. We'll just do it quick. Let's go to like something that's already made, like a basic, very basic slashing effect. Here we go. Boom. So we're just gonna change this one up a little bit. So copy this, bring it on down, paste it there. Let's keep this. No, let's change the slash to maybe this one and make it like purple for dark. Bam. And then change this thing to like, well, what does that look like? He's got 2 swords, right? Blam blam. But it's gonna hit twice, so is he? I don't know. Let's just go to like something. Wait. What if we do this one and then make it purple? What does that look like? No, it doesn't look right. Okay, let's go with that. Nope, because it moves it across and I don't want to have to patch it and mess with it anymore. So we're gonna make it simple. Nope, same story. What we're gonna do is go to the darkness one. Do that. I'm actually okay with that one. That looks fine. That's 2, frame 2, cell 2, cell 2. The movement won't matter, actually. What we're going to do is... That was probably fine. Okay, let's not mess with it anymore. We're going to keep that. We're just going to change this sound effect a little bit. And we'll get something like... Yeah, the door. That one. We're going to use that one. And /1. I don't know. We'll probably keep slash. There we go. And this one will be changed. No, I don't like that. We're going to go with... that one. We'll go with that one. See, how's it sound now? Perfect. I like it. We're going to call it Ancient Blade. And then we're going to... So it's 515. Go back to our skills. Do this. 515. Boom. So he should move across the screen now. And hit twice. We don't need a description because this is going to be a enemy skill. Let's test it out real quick. See where we're at. Driftwood's actually using a super high level sword, so that's going to compensate for being the only party member. Ancient Blade, blam, blam. Why is he... That's not the animation we want. Oh, because we're doing attack animation. We have to do action animation. Action animation. Go back. What is this? Boom. Boom. There we go. There we go. We also need to reduce the... Oh, you see how, look, on our turn? We take that damage first. The dark bleed. That looks cool. I actually really like that. Yeah. And his agility's high. We're using CTB, so... Sweet. That's awesome. Okay. I like that. Let's change dark bleed back to 5% because that was the test. Alright, so let's... Okay, so now that we know that's fine, let's go back to our enemies and change this back to 5. That way he actually has a chance to do this other stuff. Oh, I know what we can do. Let's make a conditional skill that, let's give him like a buffing skill, right? Like maybe he gets like haste or something. Well, he's already going to get a lot of agility. Maybe he's a skeleton. He's not going to be super fast. Let's go 80 agility. 75, he's going to be slow, but we're going to give him a buff that he can put on. Let's give him haste. He can cast haste on himself. So, what we're going to do is go... Wait, do I have a skill for haste? I think I do. No, let's just make one. We're going to make a We're gonna make it where it doesn't just give haste; it does something else. We're gonna call it undead speed. Undead speed? No, that's stupid. Undead undead's freaking, I don't know. Let's find an icon while we think of it. Something that's gonna buff him up. It's gonna give him speed, and possibly do something else, like undead rush, phantasm. We're just gonna call it phantasm. I like it. So let's go with something green. Maybe that. Well, that's already the thing for haste. Well, why not? Yeah, why not? Well, because it's gonna let the player know it's kind of what it is. Phantasm, but it's gonna be like an undead special one, so we might as well do something different, like I kind of like that. Let's just do this one, Phantasm. And Phantasm is going to be an enemy skill, and it's going to target the user. Occasion battle screen. Did I set that battle screen? Battle screen. It won't matter, but just for the sake of consistency, this is actually a certain hit. We'll say uses, because should we? Yeah, this is, wait. This is gonna cost TP to use, right? So here's how it's gonna be. It's gonna cost 30 TP. We'll make a quick animation for it, but let's see what it's actually gonna do. Is add the state, haste, 100%, and something else. But let me look at the state of haste and see what that's doing again. Giving 30. What the? Oh, I just rearranged it. So it's adding attack speed, so he's going to go before the party members, and it's going to give 30% agility boost. So what's 30% of 80? I don't know, like 30? No, that would be 30% of 100, like 25 or something, 20 to 25. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll just have just over 100 agility. That's good. Well, we're using this, so it's also going to make his turns happen faster. So it's going to be hard. But here's why we're doing this. So on the enemy, give him that skill of, wait, did we make it? Phantasm 646. It's going to do something else too. Phantasm is also going to do, oh wait, no. HP recover. I don't know if I want to give the boss HP recover, because he's going to have a lot of HP anyway. So we'll just give it, it's just going to be haste, right? No, because why not we just give him haste if it's just going to give him haste? So Phantasm's going to do something different. It's going to do haste and something else, like add state with a not 100% chance, but maybe protect? Well, that'd be mean. Fear? No, that's a debuff. It's going to, okay, I know what we're going to do. We're going to actually give it a chance to add like another buff. So it's going to be a guaranteed haste, but a % chance to get like a warrior type ability or a ninja type ability. But I haven't finished the ninja. So okay, we're just gonna do warrior. Might change it up later. So we'll say, oh, retaliation. Oh, that's like a chance to counterattack, right? That's mean. That's mean. Okay, 1 out of 5. 1 out of 4. Yeah, 1 out of 4 chance to add retaliation. Let's look at that state of retaliation super quick, just to make sure I know what I'm giving this guy. Retaliation. It's gonna reduce his agility, but he's gonna get counterattack. Oh, that's gonna work out perfect, because haste is gonna give him 30%, and then retaliation is gonna take away 20%. So he's still getting a little bit of agility, but he's also gaining counterattack. So that's gonna make him pretty mean, actually. I like it. We're gonna keep that. We're definitely gonna keep that. So there we go. That's Phantasm. We need to make a quick animation for it. Let's go boom boom boom. That one. What does this look like? Perfect. Why isn't that on so low right there? Okay, that's fine. Let's take this one and paste it here. Let's change this up to, like, I don't know, that one, but like make it dark lightning. Okay, since it's gonna be Phantasm state effect, we don't need any friggin' sound effects at all. One target flash is okay. Is 14 20 frames? We definitely don't need 20 frames. Boom, boom, boom. There's not even anything on these 20 frames. There we go, 8 frames. So we got blah, blah. Yeah, so we're gonna make this Phantasm state effect. Is that too big? It's gonna be too big, huh? I don't know. We're gonna see how it looks. We actually need to. Oh man, that's gonna be a state effect. Huh. But it's actually not its own state. It's adding 2 different states. So what if I just go... Oh, I think I messed up. What I should have done is taken that and... So we'll keep this for question mark state effect, and we'll come back to that. Let's actually take... Because we need something... It's not a state animation. It's just going to be the casting animation. What am I thinking? Because we made a skill that adds 2 different states. So that's what we're going to do, is create the actual with sound effects and everything. Let's change this one. I don't know if this is going to be a good one to use as a template, but we're going to find out. What does that look like? That's different. How many frames is that actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. So all of these are unnecessary frames. Maybe that's not the best one. Let's... Same thing there. Same thing there. That's going to be stupid. Okay. Let's go with this, and what if we make that look like purple? Oh, that looks crazy. I like it. Let's change the wind to something different though. Like maybe even like a lightning kind of, because he's kind of like speeding up. Like that. Also want to change it so that it happens on frame 3 or 4. Yes, that is good. Like, wait for it. Wow. I like it. Okay, so we're going to keep that. Does it need to be at... Well, it's kind of high, so yeah, feet's probably perfect for it. Okay, that's good. We're going to change this to Phantasm. Perfect. That turned out really well. I like that. So, yeah. Let's go back down to where Phantasm's at. There we go. All right, so now we've got that state. Now, here's the whole point of adding this. We're going to make it so that he can only use critical if he's under the states of haste, which means he's used Phantasm. And he can't use Phantasm unless he gets the HP, I'm sorry, the TP to actually use Phantasm, right? Because we're going to make, did we make it cost TP? We did, right? Yeah, 30 TP. So that means he's not going to be able to use critical round 1. He's got to get enough TP to use Phantasm, and then he has to use Phantasm before he can hit you with critical, because critical is pretty damn strong. So that's going to be a way to control, you know, the enemy from using better, more powerful skills. So he's got to be hasted to use critical. In order to get hasted, he's going to need Phantasm. So let's go to Phantasm and give him the ability to use Phantasm. And, oh, I know what we could do. Maybe we should use Yanfly's AI core, but then I have to redo all of these and specify it. It might take a while. I think we could do it without the AI core. Maybe... Okay, so we don't want him casting Phantasm over and over and over, right? So, but that means he needs haste to use it, and he'll never use it. When will he use Phantasm? Oh, we could make it so that he only uses Phantasm when he's under half of his life. So that means he won't use critical or Phantasm until he's halfway dead. Once he's halfway dead, he'll have a chance to use Phantasm, but we can make this even... Well, if we make it 4 or 5, he's probably going to use it too much. Phantasm 3, but then what we need to do is make it so that... It'd probably be best if I use AI core, because we want it to be so that if he has Phantasm, he's not going to use Phantasm. Like, if he's under the effects of haste, he won't use Phantasm. State effect. He's got to be half dead to use Phantasm. When he's half dead, he has a chance to do critical, but he also has a chance to do Phantasm again and stack that up. So maybe we'll make this a 4, so he's got a higher chance of using that. That might work. Maim Assault, that looks fine. We gave him Ancient Blade. Yeah, okay. that might work. Let's make some items for him. Okay, so he needs trash items, right? And he's gonna need some custom items for my game, and you could change up however you want. I recommend using Ganfly's extra enemy drops plugin. Copy this, paste this here, and he's gonna drop dark orbs. So dark, dark, and dark for me. You can put whatever kind of drops you want in here. We're gonna actually increase this chance to 5%. 20%, and guaranteed a compact. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, oh, I've also, like, I'll talk about it more in Let's Make a Game, but I've abolished mostly what you need gear points for now, because just somebody mentioned it, and I kind of agree with them. It's like too many currencies going on that. So I removed that gear points from buying gear at the store. You just need gold. Makes more sense that way. It's less confusing, less limiting too. But okay, so. Yeah, let's should we test it out? I kind of want to give him another skill or two. He's a boss, so he could have quite a few skills. Let's make that item real quick. So trash item, we're gonna just jump down to wherever we have our trash items, and give him an item that's gonna just be sold for coins. And that's somewhere around here. There we go. So. Copy this, paste this. It's going to be no scope, never occasion, consumable, no regular item. It's going to be 500. It's going to be like an ancient bone or something like that. Ancient bone fragment or bone fragment, something like that. So let's find a little icon that looks like a bone. Bone daddy. Let's find something that looks like a bone. Kind of don't want to get hung up on it too much though. Maybe there's a default one. I think I saw like a default bone one somewhere in here. Alright, next thing I see that's gonna work, I'm gonna just go for it. Turtle shell. No, not a turtle shell. That's stupid. There we go. Petrified ancient bone. So we'll just call it ancient. Kind of looks like a log, huh? What if we say it's a femur? Femur. Is that how you spell femur? Femur? I don't know. Ancient femur. It's going to be sold. Trash item. Okay, very simple. Go ahead and go to our enemy. Award this trash item. Item. Ancient femur. There we go. Ancient femur. 50% of the time he's going to drop ancient femur. And let's give him something. Okay, wait. He's gonna have a state that does dark bleed. What if we make like a holy bandage that removes dark bleed? Let's do that. So let's go to our items. That's sort of where we were at. Let's go to where we have some of our. Let's go with this one. Copy this, paste this. Let's see. Removes. Is dark bleed a state? Yes, it is. What number is the state of dark bleed? It is at the top. Dark bleed is 11. Alright, let's go to here. Change this state call to 11. So it's going to say this item removes dark bleed from one party member. So we're going to call it Ancient Bandage. So the first thing that I see that looks like something kind of close to a bandage, we're going to go for. That could work. Bandage. Oh, wait. Oh, what did I do? Yeah. Let's do this. No, that's dumb. Let's do that. Holy bandage. Well, what about a blessed bandage? That's kind of hard to say, huh? Holy bandage. And going to remove the state of dark bleed. Right, here we go. Boom. 100% value. It's going to be 100. It's not going to be too expensive. And yeah, everything's pretty much. Oh, wait. Animation. Let's just go with. You know, I want to do this. Custom animation. Very fast. It's going to be short. It's going to be sweet. 518. Let's pick something like. What is this? Okay, cool. Copy. Wait, hold on. Too many things. Let's go right here. I don't know about that. Let's go with this one. Yeah, we're gonna go with, no, wait, yeah. Forget it. Let's just go with that. I said copy. And paste it here. Yeah, I've got a lot of animations now. Paste. I'm gonna say holy bandage. And change this one to, there we go, perfect. Yeah. And not thunder, but like, maybe like saint. Let's use saint. Or no, up's gonna work. And then this too. Let's go to the saint ones. Here we go. Yeah. It doesn't have that impact that I'm looking for. Maybe that one. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Holy bandage. That was easy. And where? Oh, items. Well, we already did it. Holy bandage. Cool. All right, so that's done. Let's award that to the enemy. Item. Holy bandage. Oh, it's at the top. Holy bandage. It's gonna drop it at 50% of the time. Yeah. No. It's a boss. It's guaranteed to drop that. It's a cheap item. Guaranteed drop. Okay, maybe another skill. What kind of skill could it have? We got regular attack, ancient blade. It's gonna hit twice and have a chance to inflict dark bleed. It's gonna have assault, maim every now and then. Critical when it's under the effects of haste from phantasm. It's gonna use phantasm when it's below half of its life, and yeah, so when it's below half of its life, it's gonna be strong because it's gonna be faster. It's gonna have a chance to critical if it lands the retaliate. I guess it would make sense that it would use phantasm because it'll stack the state numbers, and each time it uses it, it doesn't have a guaranteed chance to do retaliation. It's only so if you even use it 4 times, it's guaranteed, or not even guaranteed, but it's a good chance if you use it 4 times, it's gonna actually get retaliation. Maybe I'll change it to 33%. Let's go to this and change it to 33%. Retaliation 33%. So 1 out of 3, it's going to get that state of 20% counterattack, which isn't even all that great. I could even have it give perfect counter, but that might be too strong. But it's not going to happen all the time. Let's change retaliation to perfect counter. He's a boss, so you're going to make him kind of harder. So, wait, perfect counter is not actually creating a state for it, huh? Is that restraint? No, that was perfect counter for that. Let's just do retaliation. I guess that was fine. Let's... yeah, and I kind of want to buff retaliation because I think 20% drop is too much on it. It's going to make the warrior a little bit stronger, but I'm okay with that. Let's go back to, because it's going to be a lot of states, so they're going to have to be kind of competing. It's going to be the more states you, or the more classes. The more classes you add, the harder it is to balance them all because it's easy to make one super strong, you know. But it's okay. It's something I'm going to deal with. So we're going to just make this reduce agility 10%. But now I need to update the skill for warrior real quick because I don't want it to say it does minus 20 when it actually only does minus 10. So go up to where warrior is at and just change that description super quick. Retaliation. Speed minus 10%. Okay, there. Now it's right. That makes more sense because you're going to get like perfect counter. Oh, wait, perfect counter is a monk ability, and counter stance is this. Retaliation. Yeah, I like that better anyway. Okay. Back to the enemy. All right, let's test it out and let's beat him down to below 50% of his life and just see how he goes. Because even when he's under 50%, it's still only like 3% to use phantasm, right? So. And he's got to be under the effects of phantasm too. Maybe I should have gave myself some items so that I can survive, or I'll just cheese it and use like Twister Blade on him or something. I also need to edit his traits some more. I also shouldn't have kept it in slow mode. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that's fine. We'll just do it one more time. Salt. It's kind of weird though now that he's got the action sequence for one of his abilities, but not all of his abilities. I don't know. I might need to just give action sequences for all of them. Ancient Blade! See, that's just way cool. Just cheesing it, because I want to see, now that he's below 50%, like this action pattern. Ancient Blade. So now we're gonna guard and see. So that's Ancient Blade does it once. Ancient Blade, because it's 5, so he's still gonna do that most of the time. Phantasm. The chance of him doing Phantasm, it's pretty low actually. MAME comes into play. That's pretty strong. Is he gonna use Phantasm? Nope, we need to adjust this because he's not using Phantasm. He would have been dead probably. There's Phantasm. Oh, that's cool. See now. Oh, we died. Okay, well we need to change it anyway. I kind of figured out what I need to do. So what we're going to do is up the rating on Phantasm to 4 and up the rating on critical to 5. But see, he won't critical unless he's under the effects of haste. So when he's below 50%, he's going to kind of switch up his patterns a bit. He's going to be using critical as much as Ancient Blade, and these two will be less used. The same rating as Phantasm. So that'll make it a little bit harder. But there is a chance that he'll keep using Phantasm and you'll get a few extra rounds on him. But then there's also the higher chance that he gets Retaliate, and when you hit him, he's going to get that turn back by counterattacking. Yes! Alright, I like it. I like it, guys. Let's see, what else can we do to make him strong? He needs like an area he needs like an area attack, right? Because we have a skill. I've made a skill for enemies that does like, is it like Whirl that would fit? Because, you know, if he has two swords and he like spins around real fast, we can even make another one called Spin Attack, and then make it. Oh, let's do that. Let's make Spin Attack real quick. Okay, Spin Attack. Let's give it like the 2 swords. That looks like 2 swords. I have some that look like twin blades somewhere in here, in one icon. So oopty doopty boom. Yeah, let me see that one, or this dark and light. Swords kind of look the same though. That's sort of like he has like curved blades. We'll just do this one. We're going to say Spin Attack. Spin Attack is going to be enemy skill. This is going to be all enemies, occasion battle screen. And this is going to be physical attack. And we're going to say HP damage. It's going to be, we'll say physical. This doesn't need to actually do dark damage. This is going to be AoE, so we don't want to be too strong actually. So dark damage, no, not dark damage, physical and slashing. Physical slashing, that's it. So what is slashing? 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. So 1 in multiple elements, 14. Multiple elements, 14. Okay. Yes, it can critical. It's going to do 50 plus A.ATK times 2. Is that too strong? It's probably too strong, huh? Also, Ancient Blade wasn't strong enough. Times 3. There we go. And nothing special to it. Let's give it a quick animation. I'm gonna play it 6 times if you have a full party, so don't really need it to be like copy this. Let's switch that up. Paste here, and we're gonna call it Whirl. What did I call it? Spin Attack? Spin Attack. And change the wind. Wait, hold on. Before I do this, let's see if we can even get something that looks decent. Something with like 1 slashing attack type pattern. We might be using a sprite or an image sheet that's using the numbers too far down. Like, could be using these. So we need something that's going to replace with the 3rd row. Wait. But it's not dark, so I don't want to use that and make people think that it's actually doing dark damage. I want something like, just like a slashing, sort of slashing thing. Because it's going to be a physical slashing attack. That's basically it. So, something like, yeah. There we go. What about this? Do we want the kanji at the end? Get rid of that kanji. I like it, but we also don't want it to be too many frames. Oh, why not? Just leave it. Okay. Let's change the wind to... Yeah, that's fine. And change the darkness to no. Oh, not like a. We don't want it to sound like a blunt. We want it to be. That might work. It doesn't have that impact. This whole little sounds like a miss, like he's swinging and missing. We want it to be just like flash or whoa. Yeah, that'll work. And then this one, I don't know. It doesn't seem to like match up right. Because 8, okay, let's change, let's add a new sound effect on 8, frame 8. Frame 8, it needs something else. Not that. Some kind of like final slice. Let's go to like sword. Is there sword? Flash. No. Wait. Wait, I kind of like this one. We'll go with that. Alright. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Wait, where does this second one come in? Boom, 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 boom. 4. Okay, this needs to be like on frame 7. There we go. Perfect. Okay. That took longer than I wanted to, but that's okay. Spin attack. Boom. Spin attack. Okay, this is also going to cost TP. Well, should it cost TP? Yeah, not 120 though. Like 20. Okay, I also want to see, does MAME cost TP? Because if it does cost 30 TP. It does do a lot of damage. We're going to reduce this to 25. And then what about, what was the other one I used? Critical? Cost 15. They should be switched around because critical is stronger than MAME. So 15 and critical is going to cost 20. Probably going to balance the other classes better by doing that anyway. Or the other enemies we've made. Spin attack is actually not going to cost TP, but it's not going to generate any TP. So that he still has a good chance of using it, because all of his skills are going to cost so much TP. We need to make Ancient Blade actually restore more than just 2 hits of 5. 2 hits of 10 makes more sense, because otherwise he's not going to have many skill choices most of the time, because he's not going to have the TP to use it. Also, we need to reduce the cost of Phantasm. We're going to make it cost 100 MP, which won't really matter too much. It's not like he's going to use it so many times that he runs out of MP, because how much MP he's got. Let's go down to 500. It's still going to be scaled like crazy, so it's going to still have like thousands. So that won't even matter. We gave him like 100, then he'd only use it a couple times. We could do that. Let's do, yeah, that's an idea. That'll limit how many times he does Phantasm. So now we know we could only do it a max of 200, and that's if he was level 1, but he's going to be level 35, so he's going to do it still too many times, huh? Go like that. So he's going to do it at level 1 a max of 1 time, but he's going to be scaled up. Let's take the look at his HP, right? And then we'll multiply this, oh, I know what we'll do. We'll set this to 10,000, right? And then what we can just do is divide that number we see by 100, and then we're going to determine how much MP he has at that static level of 35. And then we'll know at this level how many times is he going to possibly be able to use Phantasm, and we can control how many times he uses Phantasm by his max MP. I like it. I like it. So he's got 61,000, right? So that means divided by 100, he's got 610. So that's 6 times he could use Phantasm in the fight. That's too much. So let's cut that in half to say 50. That means he's going to have like 305 MP. So he'll do Phantasm a maximum of 3 times in the fight. There it is. We could even increase Phantasm to 5 now, because he won't have MP to use it a ton of times. So he'll use it quick as much as that. All right, that's good. Let's test him out. Let's fight him. I like where this is going. Oh, we didn't. We didn't give him the skill of his whirl attack. Hold on, that's gonna be faster if I just copy and then paste and then look for it. It should be right next to it. Then attack. Go. Rating of 5? No. Rating of 4, but he's only going to spin attack. Should he always do spin attack? Or should he only do spin attack at a certain point? Let's say he's got to be, man, I don't know, 75%. He can't do it at the beginning, but like pretty soon he'll be able to do spin attack, and it won't have the same chance of happening so it's like the same chance as MAME and Assault, really. Yeah. Assault, does Assault cost TP? I don't think it does. It shouldn't. No, it gains TP. Right, okay. It's not that strong. Alright, let's take a look at this. This is cool. Oh, you know what I want to do? Yeah, let's do something different real quick. Let's because we want to kind of scale the fight for a while, and we're gonna test out how he goes. But what we also want to do is just turn off the sync monitor FPS, and then that'll make it smoother. Also, I want to do that. Okay, let's fight him. Test our boss, Ancient Blade. We increased the power of his Ancient Blade. Is it too strong? We're not using any super powerful armor right now. We're using a high level sword to do extra damage, but when we have more armor, his attacks are going to be kind of weak, huh? We are level 50, so that kind of compensates for having higher level armor. MAME. Using MAME. Okay, now, wait, is he at 50? Now he's below 50%. Ancient Blade. Man, I should have gave myself some sort of, I know what I'm going to do. We're going to add an item. I want to test him where I actually not going to die, right? So let's just go ahead and make our actor level 99. And what we could do is, we can give him armor, but I don't have to undo that. So what I'm going to do is go into here, edit this event real quick. Ugh. Nope. Yup. Nope. Change items real quick. Change items. We're going to just give ourselves some X elixirs. We're gonna give us a bunch of X elixirs. Okay. Yeah, baby. Alrighty. Fight this boss. Twin slice. Wait, I might kill him because we're level 99 now. Wait, we have so much agility that we're going to get a bunch of turns. So we're just going to watch his patterns. We got inflicted by that state. So he's going to hammer on some damage, right? Most of the time, his patterns are going to be not too powerful until he gets below 75%, and then he's going to have a chance to do the spin attack, right? And remember, that's going to hit the whole party, so it's less damage, but it's going to go 6 times if you have a full party. So let's get him under 50% and see his patterns. Spin attack. Wait, is he under 50? I know he's under 50 now. Spin attack. He should have a good there we go. Phantasm. And then MAME. So now that he's... Wait, MAME costs... So, okay, critical. So that's where he's going to do a lot of damage. It's critical. So he did it twice. Let's see if he could actually do more than 3 times on his Phantasm. So he shouldn't be able to do Phantasm more than 3 times. But he should be able to do it 3 times. I want him to do at least 3 times. So if he doesn't do Phantasm again, we're going to have to give him a little bit more MP. Maybe he's like just under 300. I think he's just under 300. So that's one way we can control his we can control his spells by just maxing his MP out. Or controlling his max MP. Yeah, so he needs a little more MP. Okay, I also want to look at his death animation. Because we kind of did the... Okay, that's fine. Nice! Yeah! Okay, let's go to here, and let's give this 60. 65. Yeah, 65. So that should definitely give him the chance to use Phantasm 3 times. But yeah, there we go. We got it. I think that's pretty much it for this episode. of Let's Make a Monster, Boss Edition. We made a boss that had some conditions. The next one, I want to use the Unfly's AI core. So that's what we're going to do in the next one, probably next week or something. We're going to do another enemy, except that enemy is going to have AI core with special conditions and stuff, and should be a little better. Yeah, did you guys like these episodes? Do you guys like Let's Make a Monster? Let me know in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy this episode of Let's Make a Monster. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I do RPGMMV tutorials and Let's Plays and my first impressions on mostly MV games, and then every now and then I might do some Stardew Valley in the future. I'm also playing Black Desert Online right now. They've sort of made it a lot better, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.